And now, Max Wrestling presents PromoSlam Night 1.
Welcome to Night 1 of PromoSlam 2026. I am your captain, and if this weekend's SummerSlam has you feeling like you've just opened a bag of cheese and onion walkers only to find that the bag is half filled with air, fear not. Max Wrestling is here to provide you with entertainment to make up for it all. Coming up tonight, the one match Chris Reid requested when he returned a month ago was to go one-on-one with Beer. It will be TV rules, but the stakes were raised because Beer's Iron Bank contract will be on the line. If you're not familiar with the Iron Bank contract, yes, it works the same way as the Money in the Bank. Whoever holds it has 1 year to cash it in on a champion of their choice at any time, or to book themselves in the main event of the upcoming Promomania. But like I said, this is night 1, so to preview this Thursday's massive tag team match featuring the return of The Shape, we will take a look back at the history of this dark and dangerous entity. And if that wasn't enough, we will hear from Anon Mascaras after making his shocking return last week when he attacked Scouse Mysterio after Great Promo Bash. Now I know what everybody's thinking. Last time Anon Mascaras was around, I was the man behind the mask, but like I said back then, I was not the original Anon Mascaras, and this is nothing to do with me. All I did was pick up the mask last time, so don't point your fingers my way. Now we're going to predict SummerSlam on night 2 this Thursday when Beer and Moses join me once again, but for now, it's time I hopped in my wrestling DeLorean to take a trip through wrestling history. So, a lot of classic history this week. We're going back to the 90s and even further back to July 27th, 1978. WWF champion Bob Backlund wrestled New Japan founder and current at the time NWF heavyweight champion Antonio Inoki at the Budokan Hall in Tokyo. Inoki won the first fall and Backlund won the second, with the third one ending in a 60-minute time limit draw. It is widely considered one of the greatest matches of the 70s. August 2nd, 1992. And as you're going to see from the rest of the history, this is a very historical day. Ron Simmons defeated Vader to win the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Simmons, of course, was officially recognized as the first African American to win a World Heavyweight Championship in a major American promotion. Also on August 2nd in 1998, ECW presented Heatwave from Dayton, Ohio, with a card featuring Taz versus Bam Bam Bigelow in a Falls Count Anywhere match, Justin Credible versus Jerry Lynn, Chris Candido versus Lance Storm, Masato Tanaka versus Mike Awesome, a super crossover ECW Tag Team Championship match as Rob Van Dam and Sabu defended against Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki, and a street fight main event as the Dudleys faced the team of Tommy Dreamer, the Sandman, and Spike Dudley. It became one of ECW's best-selling pay-per-views, and WWE officially listed it as the 14th greatest pay-per-view of all time. And then finally, also on August 2nd in 1998, so on the very same day, but this was taped on July 27th, it was the debut episode of Sunday Night Heat, featuring The Rock and Owen Hart versus Mankind and Kane, and the first official identification of Shane McMahon. So that is all of your history for this week, and hopefully there's going to be more history made as we roll into SummerSlam.
Podcast.
Trevor, not now. How did you get on the show?
I use Teams.
Right, but I'm trying to do the show. It's PromoSlam. It's serious business.
Oba.
Oba. What do you mean, Oba?
Obafemi will win.
Oh, you want to do the predictions for SummerSlam now?
Predictions champion.
Right, well, we're not doing predictions until Thursday, okay? So why don't you go get some coffee? I'll talk to you later. Go find the coffee guy.
Okay, I love you.
Coffee.
No, what are you doing here? No, go back to Mordor. Daz, fuck you, guy. Be nice to him. He hasn't been the same since they cancelled Halo. Anyway, back to our regular scheduled program. Last week we witnessed the shocking return of Anon Mascaras, and as much as I would love to tell you what the hell is going on, I have no idea who is under the mask this time. So, here to hopefully shed some light on the situation is the person themselves.
You think you know me. You know nothing. You know the name. But the face is not what you think. The beauty of Anon Mascaras is I could be anyone. Your friend, your brother, your neighbor. But one thing is for sure. I'm already your enemy. In time you will see the truth. But until then, I will burn it all to ashes.
This is the voice of Killer Cross, and right about now, we're about to take it to the max. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Madhouse.
Hello?
Hello, I'm just reviewing an account that you have registered. And according to our records, it showed us you may have had an accident in the last 5 years. Do you recall this?
Well, I did have one fall.
One fall. There we go. If you'd just like to sign your new paperwork, and we can review your new availability and your new rate of pay. Excellent. Thank you very much. What you? Why would you do that?
It's a contract signing.
Max Wrestling Podcast. It's a Thursday thing.
Is he okay?
Talking all the time. We prefer me.
Welcome back to Max. I am your captain, and if you like what you've seen so far, make Max Wrestling your new home. We have very good coffee. All you gotta do is drop a people's elbow on the like button and a 5-knuckle shuffle on the subscribe button, because that's how the algorithm works. We're here every single Thursday and obviously sometimes Tuesday, because, today it's a Tuesday thing. But for those of you who prefer the old-fashioned podcast, follow us on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, including CastBizArcs. And for all things Max Wrestling, head to the beautifully done website, if I do say so myself, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. And of course, do not forget to join Cypher for After Max live on Facebook right after the show. The QR code is on the screen right now. That takes you straight to our Facebook group, so make sure you join. You never miss anything that goes on, and do not miss After Max every single week, because you never know what's going to go down. It could be Cypher just recapping the show, or it could have a special guest, it could have a challenge. It is as unpredictable as they come, so scan and go after the show. Still to come tonight, Beer and Chris Reid go one-on-one under TV rules with the Iron Bank briefcase on the line, but there is even more to come on night 2 this Thursday, including King of the Mic 2026 Cypher made his choice and will challenge Robert Davis for the International Championship. This is the only championship that Cypher has not won. Can he become the first Grand Slam champion of the new format, or will Robert Davis remain the only international champion in Max history? It is a tag team match for the ages. The Shape officially returns to team with Black Burnham as they take on the CWO's AT Rustler and the Demoness. Lock your doors, because no one is safe from this one. And with that, it's time to take a look back at the history of Max Wrestling's most unpredictable force. This, Gear Up, is the return of The Shape. The Shape is one of Max Wrestling's central original characters. A dark, supernatural anti-hero whose stories blur the line between psychological horror and supernatural. The Shape is calm, intimidating, and methodical. He speaks sparingly, but with purpose. He operates by his own moral code, rather than as a traditional hero or villain. While sometimes the Shape protects others, other times it is to pursue terrifying revenge. The Shape is an almost unstoppable force rather than a conventional promo competitor. He is one of the alter egos of the Captain along with the Jester. While the Jester is chaotic, theatrical, and heavily inspired by DC's Joker, the Shape is far colder, quieter, and driven by purpose. These two personas have repeatedly struggled for control. The Shape also has a complicated relationship with the Demoness. Rather than being simple allies or enemies, they share mutual respect and a long history of conflict. Their rivalry includes one of Max Wrestling's defining moments when the Demoness used an electric chair in an attempt to kill the Jester last year. However, because multiple decoys occupied identical chairs, the Jester's true fate remains unknown. And recently the Shape returned after more than a year out of competition to confront the Demoness. His challenge came with a chilling bargain.
Demoness at AT Wrestler versus Black Burnham and the Shape. You do that for me, and maybe in time I'll show you where the Jester is buried.
Was the Jester's death as straightforward as it seemed? The Shape has become one of the deepest and most lore-heavy characters in the Max Wrestling universe. While much of his history has deliberately been left mysterious, his major appearances reveal an evolving mythology spanning several years. The Shape first appeared in 2020 as an unnerving, silent, supernatural figure. Unlike many Max Wrestling promo participants who were exaggerated versions of themselves, the Shape was presented almost like a horror villain, speaking rarely, appearing unexpectedly, and never fully explaining his motives. The Shape doesn't fit neatly as a heel or a babyface. The Shape occupies a grey area that defines many of his stories, including his complicated rivalry with the Demoness. Both the Demoness and the Shape were key figures in Max Wrestling's cinematic evolution. In 2020, both of their characters began to appear more and more and find themselves engulfed in Max Wrestling storylines. Since then, the Shape has been featured heavily in Max Wrestling's cinematic storytelling, not just for promo battles. One of his landmark matches was the Cinematic Showdown in 2021 at PromoMania 6, where the Shape faced the Phoenix in the first ever fully cinematic match in Max Wrestling for both the Promo Championship and the World Championship, and was later recognized as the Promo Match of the Year. So the question is, what does the future hold for the Shape? What is the reason for his return? Why does he want to show the Demoness where the Jester is buried? Why does the Shape want to solve this mystery or provide an answer for this mystery? Only time will tell, and the only way to make sure you don't miss it is to tune in to PromoSlam Night 2 this Thursday for the official return of the Shape. The Shape officially returns to action this Thursday, first official match in over a year. Do not miss Night 2 of PromoSlam, and if you want to get in on the promo action, well, do I have a golden opportunity for you? Because I'm sure you've seen me flashing these awesome bracelets around for the past few weeks. Well, now it is your chance to win one. All you have to do is drop us a 30 to 60 second promo. Scan the new QR code that is on the screen right now, or go to the link in the description to submit your entry, and we will select a winner in 4 weeks at our next Max event, All for One. And once again, a huge thank you to Unofficial Mania merch. Please go see what's available and follow on Instagram. Here at Max Wrestling, we love working with others to sell
Bracelet.
Not now, Trevor.
Nice bracelet.
Yes, it's a very nice bracelet.
I want bracelet.
No, you can't have this bracelet.
Where you get bracelet?
Well, I'm glad you asked. For high-quality handmade wrestling bracelets, check out Unofficial Mania merch on Vinted and Instagram at umm.wrestling.
Bracelet.
Now, it's very rare that I do this alone, and I'm sure we'll have more on Thursday, but, well, we have a wall, and it has more wankers on it than the Tate family tree. It's time for the wanker wall.
I'm the biggest wanker in this place, man! Hey, no. I'm the biggest wanker in this place, okay? Me, not you.
Okay, a very, very easy one who should have been on the wanker. It's probably going to be on the wanker wall every single week going forward. So I'm going to kick it off huge. 500 points. I'm still as harsh as the other week. To Wrestling Corner, a Facebook page which specializes in posting blatant fucking rage bait. Either that or they're just fucking brain dead. One of the latest posts that I saw was breaking. According to SMD, Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton have quietly parted ways with WWE. Both Randy and Drew haven't been seen on WWE television for the past 3 months. What a great career they both have had. Could we see them in AEW? First of all, no the fuck they isn't. Randy, I think he's injured again, but he's been off TV since WrestleMania. And Drew is filming Highlander? He's filming something. There's not even a sniff of them leaving WWE. Drew is probably going to be back anytime in the next couple of months. And maybe Randy too, maybe around Survivor Series season. But there's no indication to say that either of them are leaving. This is pure either speculation or you're just making shit up for clicks. You're a dick. Moving on to Bailey is buried. No, she isn't. She's putting over a younger talent. It's what fucking veterans do, you dumb shit. What we got, Fatal Influence winning the Women's Tag Team Championships. What we wanted, Jade and B-Fab and Michin winning. No. Absolutely not. I have never seen a stable who every time they show up on TV, I want to disappear as much. And I used to think so much of Michin back when she was Mia Yim, back when she was Jade herself, when her name was Jade in TNA. She was great. But she's fallen into this fucking sidekick bullshit for way too long, and all her aura's disappeared. B-Fab is there. Why would anybody want to see the women's tag team titles on them two over Laney and Fallon? Shut up, you dick. What else bullshit have they posted? Oh, this one really pissed me off. So it's a 4-panel meme of Io Sky, and it says, point 1, overrated wrestler, zero aura, product of nepotism and cringe promos. Are we watching the same show? Because Io Sky is far from overrated. She has all the talent in the world. Zero aura, you kidding me? Everybody pops the second her music hits. Everybody pops when she walks on the stage. She has such a presence. Product of nepotism. I'm sorry. Which famous wrestling family is she from? Do you not know what nepotism even means? Because she's not a product of nepotism whatsoever. And as for cringe promos, no. She's entertaining, and obviously her promos are so much better in her first language, and those promos are great when she can just lash out in Japanese and then they add the subtitles. But like, English obviously isn't her first language, and when she does speak English, she speaks English very well, and her promos are entertaining. So I really don't know what possessed you to post this bullshit, but no. It's just shit like that almost every fucking day. I don't know who runs this page or why it has so many. I don't even follow the page. It just keeps fucking popping up. But it's got just over 400,000 likes and 400,000 followers. How? You post nothing but bullshit for clicks. So 500 points. Alright? Now, I'm going to keep the 5, but I'm going to bring it down a little bit. 50 points to WWE for completely wasting Jordynne Grace. Why did you even sign her? She came from TNA with such a great list of accolades and accomplishments. She achieved so much in TNA. And she was such an attraction in TNA. She dominated that Knockouts division. She goes to NXT for a cup of coffee, and then they very quickly call her up. First of all, they brought her over from TNA, put her in the Royal Rumble as the Knockouts champion, which was great. Hardly ever gets done, especially back then, a couple of years ago, before the partnership. But WWE made it very obvious while she was in TNA that they were gonna hire her when her contract ran out, and they did. She goes to NXT, she didn't do a whole lot. They call her up to the main roster and do jack fucking shit with her. I don't get it. Like, she even changed her physique. In TNA, she was jacked. She had that bodybuilder frame. She had muscles in places I don't even have places. And then, she tones it down a little bit. I don't know, maybe to fit the WWE aesthetic, and still gets buried. There you go, Wrestling Corner. That's a clear example of buried, not Bayley, Jordynne Grace. Because what the fuck's she doing? I don't understand why WWE hired her or signed her, because they clearly had no plans for her and have done fuck all with her. Meanwhile, they kept pushing Jade. Whatever. Dumbasses. 50 points to the E. Now, I'm not going to go to the Bruv board until night 2, because I'm sure we're going to fill this board with more wankers, so that's all the points you're going to get this week. And I'm not feeling particularly nice. I am motherfucking entertained. Whew. Mike Larkin, Chris Reid,
You two went after each other in a way I can only compare to if Andrew Tate and his doofus brother Tristan called each other a pussy. All hell breaks loose. You guys took some serious shots at each other, and damn, I was entertained. I was entertained by you both. Now, Chris, Jesus, man. You've showed me some balls, but not in a gay way. You showed me some balls by coming back to Max and taking these shots from these heavy hitters like Stevie Nicks and Mike Larkin and then Beer. And Mike, you are the John Cena of Max Wrestling promos. You're in a league of your own, brother. And that's quite the analogy, because I know you spoke to me personally about the clock winding down on your Max Wrestling tenure. And if truth be told, I would love to slow those hands down a little bit. Because when you do go, I'm going to miss you. And it may be selfish of me, but I don't want to see you go, because if you showed anything last week, it's that you still got it. Hell, you never lost it. So, Mike, whenever the time comes, it could be a year from now, it could be 2 years from now, it could be 5 years. I hope it's 10. But when you do decide to call it a day, I would love to be your final opponent. One last time, Captain, Larkin, and you ride off into the sunset. Just say when. Just not too soon. Now, Chris, if there's anything you've shown since you've come back, it is passion. It is fire. It is determination. It is self-belief. And that is to be admired. And hell, you even brought a girl along last week. Jesus. Chris. It dawned on me last week that there's something in Max Wrestling that you've never done. You've competed in the tournaments. You've come after me time after time after time. You've won the dual championship. You've been predictions champion. You've been part of a faction. But there's one thing you haven't done, Chris. And I didn't realize it until last week when I saw you cutting your promo and I heard the fire and the passion in your voice, and I realized you've never challenged for the Max World Championship. You've come after my TV title multiple times. So, I have a proposal for you, Chris. You've been calling your shots since you came back. How about I call one for you? August 13th. If you can beat me in TV rules, you get the Phoenix for the Max World Championship at All for One. You can even bring your piece along with you. Because, hey, ain't it nice when you find a new girl? But until then, Chris, I don't know what Beer's about to say to you, but I thought I would give you that anyway, because win, lose, or draw, no matter how many shots you've taken, what you've done the last couple of weeks is to be commended. So, that's my offer. It's on the table. Let's see what you and Beer have to say to each other. And Mike, remember what I said. Slow the fuck down on that clock. But But no matter how long it takes, I'll see you at the end. And thank you once again for the match between you two last week, because that's some funny shit. That shit was funny. Will Smith, Bad Boys 2, 2004. Back to the show.
Before I wrap this up, it is time for your promo bout of the evening. It's got the whole show just for this. Night 1, Beer versus Chris Reid. It is TV rules with the Iron Bank contract on the line.
Shock the system.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, Chris Reid, you keep running your mouth like you're the biggest thing walking, but all I see is a man who's all bitch and no bite. You strut around like you've already won, but the only thing that you've beaten is your own ego. You think you're tough? You think you got what it takes, son, but when the pressure's on, you're gonna fall faster than when you wank over cheap porn. See, there's a difference between barking and biting. Anybody can stand there and flap their gums like you do. You run your mouth thinking that you're a big shot. When it's time to throw down, that's when the truth comes out. And the truth is, Chris, you ain't built for shit. You can't handle the heat. So, this is how it's gonna go. You step in, you do your best, and then reality hits you like a fucking freight train. As Mike Larkin very well said, now when you talk, a Daniel Garcia promo or a Daniel Garcia match seems like a fucking 8-star Dave Meltzer classic. If you're gonna be looking around wondering what happened, well, everybody else already knows the answer. You keep talking about that you were the dual champion. Who cares? Look at everyone's around you's accomplishments. Yours truly. Television champion again. 3-time Iron Bank winner. 2-time world champion. Longest reigning max heavyweight champion. Tag champion. And what have you won? You ain't won shit. You've latched on to your reputation by being with your being a puppy dog. So Corey and Cypher. Cypher's my guy. But I ended him. Ended his TV title reign. And Travis, who I hope we see again very soon, is the big dog he's missed. Because this isn't about who's loudest. This ain't about who talks the biggest game. It's about who delivers when the right lights are truly on, when the spotlight is on them. But can you handle it? When the spotlight is on you, can you handle it? Can you walk in to one of the biggest shows of our year, and can you walk into it knowing that you're either going to be a failure or a success? I don't think you know that yet. So keep talking, Chris. Keep telling yourself when you eat, when you shit, when you sleep, that you're the man. Just remember, sooner or later, somebody is going to check. You can't check what your ass can't cash. You got to remember that, boy. And when that day comes, don't go looking for excuses. Look in the mirror, looking like a B-Tech Annie. Keep walking around like the whole world figured out. Head high, chest out, smiling like you're untouchable. Because the problem is, Fear lives inside you. I'm impressed you've made it this far against Stevie Nicks and against Mike Larkin. Let me go through a bit of a lesson for you. Pressure doesn't care about confidence. It doesn't matter how loud you are or how many people are there for you. Pressure strips away the lies and leaves nothing but what's real. And I don't think you're real. I think you're a fraud. I think you're a pussy. Remember the times that you've not shown up for matches. You left Max without Cap knowing. You left without letting Mo know. You didn't even show up at the biggest show of the year because you backed down from DC. Because you know that DC would have bitch slapped you and would have put you in the dirt. I think you're comfortable. I think you've been playing a card for so long, you started believing in it. You think you're going to be like CM Punk? You couldn't even put CM Punk's shirt on properly. When someone steps in front of you who refuses to blink, refuses to quit, refuses to back down, then that mask cracks. I'm not here to impress anybody. I've earned my accomplishments by earning them. You think because you're back that you can just waltz in and take everything you want? Bitch, think again. I'm here to drive people into deep water and find out who can actually swim. So Chris, you wanted this. And I know why you wanted this. You wanted to prove that you can be the bigger man when it comes to the biggest dogs in the yard. Right now, I'm not the biggest dog in the yard right now, but I'm one of the baddest. This isn't proving who's tougher on social media. This is about survival. And when this is all over with, you may win my Iron Bank contract. You know what? I'll go one better for you. Iron Bank. Take it. Take it. It's yours. Do what you want with it. You can cash in on any champion you want. You can wipe your ass with it. You can masturbate in it as far as I care. Because I don't care. I've been Iron Bank winner 3 times. Anytime I want to take that World Heavyweight Championship, no matter who the champion is, I will take it whenever I desire to. And by God, strike the day that you ever become a champion around here, because, that would be the darkest day in Max Wrestling's history. And the truth has a funny way of finding people who spent their whole lives running from it. And for the first time, not only am I defending Max Wrestling, I'm not only just defending Dragon Club. And not only I am defending Max Wrestling from you. See, we ran smooth. We came bigger than we ever were, and then Waltz, the little bitch, comes back in and thinks he's going to get everything handed to him on a silver platter. Think again, boy. You do not know what world you stepped into. But again, as I reiterated, I'm impressed the way that you have stepped up to Stevie Nicks and to Mike Larkin. Very impressed. But time runs out. Your little 10 minutes of fame is going to hit you and it's going to strike you down like a sack of puppies. No animals are harmed, by the way. Chris, you're not going to make a name for yourself off of my expense, off of Mike's expense, and not of Steve's expense. But believe me, all that's left is for you to go on your hands and your knees, look up to your camera, your $5 camera, and acknowledge the Dragon Club is the best brand, stable, faction, whatever you guys want to call it, that there ever is. And that is the truth.
There, we finally made it. PromoSlam. Match 3 of 3 in the 3 stages of Reid. Now, Beer, I don't know what this is going to be the outcome for the both of us. I don't know if I'm going to beat you for your Iron Bank or you're going to beat me for my acknowledgement. And yeah, I say for my acknowledgement. Daz and Phoenix, they don't need the acknowledgement from me because they've already earned it by the time I showed up. You're the only person that doesn't have my acknowledgement because you don't deserve it. Why? Because you're nothing more but a self-absorbed, narcissistic little bitch. That's why. Because you listen to that massive inflated ego of yours. You talk too much, Beer. And yeah, I do too. Except the only difference between the both of us is that I didn't need Google Gemini to back my statements up. And you can't back up shit without it. Hell, you can't back up any of your statements without the assist of Google Gemini, without the assist of the Max Wrestling Facebook group, the Max Wrestling website. You can't back up shit without any of that. And you know that I'm right. You know I'm right, Beard. You can't back any of it up without the assist of it. So what did you do? You thought of an idea. You thought of your good old little... You thought that you would make me acknowledge you. That you need me to say it for you. No. You want to know why it ain't going to happen? Because I'm not going to let it. As I said this before, last week, this ain't me versus you. This ain't me versus the world, Bear. This is me versus myself. I need to do this to prove to myself, Beer, that I can hold my ground. That I can go up against the best of the best that Max Wrestling has to offer. I need to beat you, Beer. To prove to myself that I belong here. That I belong in the promo ring. That Iron Bank is just extra. It's just an extra bonus for me. And if by some miracle, I say by some miracle, I'll be honest with you, Beer, by some miracle, if I do win the Iron Bank, I'll hold all the cards. Which brings us back to what I said when I made my return on Aftermax. I said that you have put yourself in a lose-lose situation. Because if I win the Iron Bank, assuming if I don't cash in the Iron Bank for a shot at the International Championship, which that just provides me a loophole around the rules for that title. Assuming I don't cash in for the shot at the tag team titles, all I need to do is find a partner for it. And assuming if I don't actually have the balls to cash in for a shot at the World Championship, I get cash that in on you for either the Knowledge Championship or the Television Championship. Assuming you still have those two by then. Or at least the Knowledge title. But still, even if you do somehow retain the knowledge title against Moses, I still have all the cards in my favor because of your big mouth. Because you listen to that massive inflated ego of yours more than you do with that small IQ brain of yours. And you actually have the audacity to say that I cowered out, that I left Max Wrestling as a broken down little bitch. This is coming from a guy who's been whining like a bitch since PromoMania. You lost the World Championship to Phoenix at PromoMania when he made you tap out like a little broken bitch. Only to keep on whining, crying, pissed, and bitching and moaning on having a rematch against Phoenix for the World Championship last week at the Great Promo Bash, which you got, by the way, only to have your ass get thrown off the cliff. Hell, even the captain said that there was no fucking point into even counting your ass out. And that's your problem. You don't know when to get your head out of your own ass, Beer. Yeah, sure. I'll be honest with you. As I stated, I talk too much too. And I've had my moments where I had my head up my own ass. But the fucking difference between the both of us, Beer, is that I can at least accept a loss without griping. I can at least get back up and be ready for the next challenge. To put in the words of a guy that's bad, of Ramon that's razor sharp, is not how many times you go down. It's how many times you get up. So even if you do beat me, Beer, I'm going to get back up. And I'm going to be ready for the next challenge. Which might actually be a little bit sooner than you think. So, Beer, I want you to realize that this is not the same Chris Reid that you're going up against. This is not the same Chris Reid that showed up here 3 years ago. This is not the same Chris Reid that got chokeslammed on a bridge. This is not the same Chris Reid that got choked out. This is not the same Chris Reid who got his ass beaten by the Demoness. This is a different Chris Reid. This is the Chris Reid that has been dying to be let loose. So, Beer, hold that Iron Bank real tight, because I'm coming for you. I'm going to take the Iron Bank from you. And you better have an eye on the back of your head. And that goes for the rest of the champions here in Max Wrestling. Because when I win the Iron Bank, all the cards will be in my favor. So, Beer, with all of this being said, I only got one more thing to say to you. Good luck. Because the last thing we want to hear is another excuse from a self-absorbed, narcissistic, punk-ass bitch like you, Beer. And the same might as well be said for me, Beer. I'll catch you around.
Well, there you have it. Beer keeps hold of the Iron Bank contract, keeps it in Dragon Club, keeps the power that he can cash in on any champion in the rest of the year or up until PromoMania, or book himself in the main event of PromoMania. Congratulations, Beer. Still on a roll.
Hey, this is the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. Welcome to the Madhouse.
So that is it for night one. Here's the socials again. You can find us on the Evil X Machine at Max Wrestling UK, at the Captain 512, and at SMR Podnet and JM Beer 434. Check out the website maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com, and do not forget to hit the sub or the follow buttons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the socials, and especially YouTube. Join us this Thursday for night 2 of PromoSlam 2026, featuring Cypher versus Robert Davis for the International Championship, and A.T. Rustler and the Demoness versus Black Burnham and The Shape, plus of course predictions for SummerSlam. Join us on Thursday for the real party of the summer. Goodbye and good night. Bang.